Okay, so I did have a, like I said, an issue here where my spinal nerve, this one was too low. So I repaired it. Now this one is again too low. I let that distance, see, I really want to be, since I'm looking right here at the, if you will, posterior view, spinal nerves coming out, right below the pedicle, and it's really right above the disc there. So what I want to do is get these two, the top and the bottom one, to match that. So let's go with the top one, since I think that's going to be the easiest to show you at the same time. So I'll take the faces, I'll select the face, this big band of face there, and I'll just delete them. And now I have, in the software's mind, one piece with a big gap. So with that selected, I'm going to separate it. Now I'm going to take just the top piece and move it. I'll modify, freeze its transformation, and center its pivot. I can't remember where center pivot is. Okay. And move this down. So what I want to do to be consistent is just basically get right to the inferior margin of the body. So anticipating there would be a body right there against the disc. I think I'm right about that spot. Now I'll hold the shift key down, select again. If you look here, you see I have history, so I'm going to delete by type history on both of these things. I can get some coordination all of a sudden. Okay. Then I'm going to freeze their transformations, center their pivots. Okay, and I'm going to combine them again. Now I'll take the edge, the two edges facing one another, select them, and then say bridge. And now they're back together. Let's repeat this one more time down here. See, this one's got to come up a little bit. I sure don't want to build that bottom again. So in this case, let me hide the stack for a second. Yeah, they really don't have to come up much. But let's repeat that process. So let's take out this row of faces. Let's grab the object, by type history, freeze transformations, center pivot. Center pivot's not going to help me right now because I need a pivot centered on the bottom piece. So I'll go mesh, separate. Now center pivot. And now I can raise it up. Let's bring the stack back in. Get it up. Oh, it's actually a lot more than I realized. See again that gap right there? That's about what I want to mimic. That is what I want to mimic. So let's hide that stack group again. Select. Now notice I put some history here. It's got the poly separate, so let's delete the history. It's got some translation, so we'll freeze this transformation. Center its pivot. Shift select the top portion. It's got some history, so let's delete that. Make sure the transformations are frozen. And now let's combine them and get the edges facing one another. And we'll bridge. Sorry. Okay. Now that's kind of odd. All these extra edges here. So I don't have those. Well, I guess I do. Well, I have it where I repair. Yeah, kind of. It's a little there. So I think we can live with that. I don't think there's anything subtle enough in our shader that's going to give us a hard time. And now we're more consistent. So that's, well, we'll use that. 3, you can see it, and let's just use the perspective window. So now I don't seem to see so much inconsistency. So I think you'll see most references will suggest that the spinal nerves actually come down caudally, but we're just going to leave them at this level here. Okay.